did you use an iPhone? Did you use cameras?
I used a GoPro and a friend's camera.
See, so he filmed this on his iPhone, and he filmed himself doing it.
Wow.
And so what he did was he took a magnet and he put the magnet on the car window.
Huh.
And he looked through the focus, through the lens to see what it would look like. And then that's where he placed himself. And then he put it on record and he filmed himself. And he went to each one of these locations. So one of the locations is McKinney Avenue. McKinney Avenue in Dallas, in Uptown, is never free from cars, ever. And he was there at 7 o'clock in the morning filming, no car in sight. He was at North Park, parking lot, no car in sight. Of course, he was at the Winspear Opera House in Clyde Warren Park, at Turtle Creek Park. No people, no one around. And our studios are in the Dallas Design District, and there was no one there. And to film outside of the studio when we're not allowed inside the studio, everything was just so poignant.
Yeah, it's a very fitting song as well. Like
Very
imagine all the
fitting
people.
song. Yeah. One of my favorite songs.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Being from Liverpool, I'm a huge fan.
Yes.
The Beatles, obviously. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially, applicable now where we all need to come together.
Yes.
Yeah. So to come together for 24-hour Dallas is a fantastic thing. So thank you very much.
Oh, thank you too. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful pleasure, and the more money we can raise for the artists in our region, the better it is, and it helps everyone to continue to do our work. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for watching.
Hold on, I can feel you coming from a mile away. I pray, you know.
You're gonna swallow a fly.
Is it obvious?
Very. What are you staring at anyway? Is it that Lisa chick? Is it the girl with the funny nose?
It's none of your business.
You can't just stare at her and wait for her to stare back. Like I always say, you need to grab her attention, make sure she doesn't look away.
Can we talk about something else?
Whatever, Trevor. Hopefully little Miss Juliet won't fall into another Romeo's arms.
Hopefully there's no Romeo at all, because Romeo and Juliet die.
Little details.
What's little?
Nothing about me. Trevor has a crush on someone.
Don't tease him, Dale. Who is it anyway, Trevor?
Who?
The crush. Who's the lucky lady?
No one in particular.
No one in particular?
So I can't tease him, but you're allowed to interrogate him? Forget it, Jessica. This kid's hopeless.
Hopelessly devoted to you.
Oh my God, the day just started. You're already singing.
Sorry, I love romantic musicals.
So romantic to change yourself for a man. Come on, Jessica, just stick with the times.
Did you see the musical, Dale? They both changed themselves for the better. Sandy opened herself up, and Danny learned how to be humble. Something you should learn one day.
Yeah.
Hello, good to see you. Hi, welcome back. Hi. Hello, class. Nice job. I'm coming to Saturday school, and they're also having no live. Well, we're going to go ahead and take it from where we left off last time. Romantic poetry. Something humans have been writing since language was invented. Which begs the question, who's first?
I should have never taken this class.
You're a smart guy, just get it over with.
It's easy for you to say.
Trevor, Dale, since the both of you are already talking, why don't you two start class off?
Fine, Houston, I'll go. This poem was written for all the beautiful ladies in this classroom. Eyes that glow when they pierce my soul, skin so smooth and soft, throwing me aloft. If this is love, seeing flying doves and blue skies above, then why have I been kept from it? I must have it. Thanks.
Nice job rhyming it with it. Trevor, you're up next.
This poem was written for, no one in particular. I have never once looked into someone's eyes and lost myself entirely before looking into yours. My breath is lost when you speak, and I fumble at my words. Your hair floats as if you were a winged angel who's come down to watch over me. You glow as if you are the sun. Yes, you must be my sun. And I'm forever orbiting around you. Thanks.
Class, that was an example as why poetry doesn't necessarily need to rhyme. Very well done, Mr. Trevor.
That was the sweetest thing. Whoever you wrote that for sure is lucky.
What was with that poem you read?
What?
What was with that poem you read?
What about it? It was just the assignment.
Just the assignment? It was a love letter, for Christ's sake.
Was it lame?
Well,
Oh, I knew it.
who cares how pretty you think she is? Tell us how hot she is.
Like in a song?
Like in a rap.
I don't think I should be taking advice from someone who rhymed it with it. Plus, you basically told Jessica that changing yourself for a girl is dumb.
No, I said changing yourself for a dude is dumb. What can I say? I'm woke. And I told Jessica lots of things. But what I'm telling you is that girls like being with cool guys. Right?
No, this is stupid. This is dumb.
No, this is science, kid. Kid, I've done a series of experiments on multiple women. I know this is gonna work.
Then you can do it.
No. Dale's got enough babes. You, on the other hand, can use a little action.
With the science teacher.
It's a science experiment, so who's better to test it out on than on Miss Deborah? Go do your thing.
Hey,
Hi, you can go ahead and find your seat.
I found my seat. How about you find yours?
Woo! You're in trouble.
It's your fault.
Hey man, I didn't know you were gonna go that hard.
What am I gonna do? The principal's gonna kill me.
No, dude, this is perfect. Test out some of that lady magic. Miss Williams loves goody two-shoes like you.
Are you gonna be here when I get out?
No, chill out. Besides, it's lunch. I need to go talk to Jessica about some things. So hurry up and charm the principal. Maybe you can join us later.
Did someone call you in prematurely?
Yeah, that pretty smile of yours did.
Okay, let's just get to the issue at hand.
Issues like how you ain't with me? I was wondering the same thing.
No. Why did you speak to Miss Deborah in such a manner?
That's just what this boy do. Just like how he could do you.
Trevor, you are in serious trouble. Do you understand that? Miss Deborah has a fiancé. She doesn't need to be harassed by her students. Do you understand me, Trevor?
Yes, I understand.
Well, a week's worth of detention should help you remember.
Okay.
Go. Now.
Swear for detentions. Alright, that's great. Mom's gonna love that. Come on, Trevor, you know what to do. Dale told you, you gotta be cool. Don't be a fool. Don't let them treat you like a tool. Oh, yeah, Dale would love that. Jessica's gonna love ya. I'm saying future baby mama. I'm saying Trevor and Jessica.
I'll be in my bag, karma in my basket. If I up on 10, just know that we gon' match 'em. If I got a Benz, I'ma still be stuck in traffic. Yeah, you got that Benz, you won't have it in your casket. When I'm with my friends, good feelings everlasting. When I'm with this bitch, goddamn, I feel fantastic. Oh my God, my lips are chapped. I know, try to keep that chapstick. I just want a heart, but she won't let me have it. She won't let me have it.
Nice getup. Did you go through the lost and found or something?
I think he looks very eclectic. Tell him the news.
Oh, I finally asked Jessica out.
It's about time. Aren't we the cutest couple?
Hey, any relationship I'm a part of automatically becomes cute.
What took you so
Look at lots of things.
Trouble. Do you understand that? Mr. Bora.
I'm saying Trevor and Jessica.
I'll be in my bag, karma in my basket. If I up on 10, just know that we gon' match 'em. If I got a Benz, I'ma still be stuck in traffic. Yeah, you got that Benz, you won't have it in your casket. When I'm with my friends, good feelings everlasting. When I'm with this bitch, goddamn, I feel fantastic. Oh my God, my lips are chapped. I know, try to keep that chapstick. I just want a heart, but she won't let me have it. She won't let me have it.
Nice getup. Did you go through the lost and found or something?
I think he looks very eclectic. Tell him the news.
Oh, I finally asked Jessica out.
It's about time. Aren't we the cutest couple?
Hey, any relationship I'm a part of automatically becomes cute.
What took you so long to get to lunch anyway?
Nothing in particular.
Forming and flaming, loving insane. We've made our mistakes, yeah. I'm on.
Over the years, we have witnessed and documented many changes that helped us create and write the narrative of our evolution. It's all about passion and our march toward equality. Our future is bright for the LGBT community, but the march still continues. Dallas Voice was founded in 1984 as a community newspaper. Today, we have evolved to be a global media machine.
North Texas is one of the best places to live and to work if you're LGBT. We have the 5th largest LGBT population in the country and a very cohesive community.
Dallas Voice gives you an integrated approach to reach the LGBT market with print, web, social media, e-blast, mobile directory, and more.
Our 80,000 print online readers are extremely loyal, and that's why in this community, the LGBT community, print is king.
We blanket the DFW Metroplex with more than 400 distribution locations in 5 counties.
Today we also offer digital services such as social media management, SEO, and much more.
Dallas Voice reflects and illuminates the fabric of North Texas with local coverage.
We are the premier LGBT news media source for Texas. We have a passion for truth through uncompromising journalism, and that's earned us the respect of our readers and our advertisers.
From day one, we have focused on one mission: to be your voice for the LGBT community. When I walk down the halls of our office, I can see firsthand the passion of our tireless staff. I'm amazed at their energy. They exhaust every talent and effort to bring your voice front and center. What is Dallas Voice? Dallas Voice is about passion as we beat our drum toward equality with your voice. Gratitude is one of our core values, and we simply want to say, thank you for reading.
When she told me, I imagined the sky. I saw marigold and sangria. I could see heaven through her eyes. I called my grandmother Mom because my dad did. She always said she walked with God. I imagined her surrounded by clusters of stars. It would be warm, painted with pastels and watercolor. My family and I lived with her when I was little. I'd take bubble baths after school and tell her stories while she got ready for bed. One night, her brain must have lost signal, like radios do sometimes. I was in the bathtub and she was at the sink. I watched her fall, and then static. Mom eventually fell into a coma. She never woke up. I'm living in her house again. The walls look different, and we have new doors that lead to places I've seen before. It feels strange. Sometimes it feels like I have to forget everything to feel at home. But then there's nothing left of her. Sometimes, at night, if I close my eyes and try really hard, I can see all the good things. I can see her, surrounded by marigold and sangria, splendid light, and she's walking along the stars.
Why do I sacrifice so much to capture a memory? I've traveled, given most of my time, spent more money than I can tell to capture a single moment. Why? Simple, really. I've done this for the sole purpose why you're here right now, sitting in your chair, watching this screen. Because you know, one story has the power to change things forever.
to you live from a 12,000 square foot venue in the Design District of Dallas, Texas. We're broadcasting in full on the levee. We are the all-new Dallas Music Network, a 501c performing arts foundation. Featuring tonight a very special program. We're doing a 24-hour marathon. It's a telethon. It's a digithon. What's a digithon? Well, we started broadcasting at 12 o'clock noon today, Saturday, and we're going to end at 12 o'clock noon on Sunday. We do our normal show, but stick around. There's a lot of great content. So, we are featuring our graphics designer, Elizabeth, the illustrator, Stegall. Lighting designed by Adrian. I am Laurinaitis Martinez. Our broadcast technologist is Brian Sneddy Snediger. Sound engineer by Chase the Bomb Harrison. Talent and programming director, Beverly Perry. Media relations is Christina Shields. Our East Coast broadcast producer, Scott Perry. Scriptwriters, Beverly Perry, Emmeline, and Renee Rodriguez. Our director of musical affairs, the one and only Map Tracks. Our artistic direction is by Carlos Geddes and directed by Renee D. Rodriguez. Now, introducing our MC for tonight. This is a singer, songwriter, and legendary talent scout. Everybody, give it up for Miss Beverly Perry.
Thank you, Renee. I'm Beverly Perry, and I'll be your host for starting the show. Tonight is a super special event. We always say it is, but this time we are streaming live with the Dallas Digithon. What's a Digithon? Well, you know, technology's come a long way. When I was a kid, the best thing in technology was that extension cord we had on our Harvest Gold telephone that was on the wall. You know, I could always try to sneak around the corner and talk to my boyfriend. Well, now technology is much better than when I was growing up. Now we can do things digitally. And so we're not having a telethon, we're having a digithon. And let me tell you who our sponsors are. Central Market, 24-Hour Dallas, Visit Dallas, private sponsors, and of course, Dallas Music Network. So Dallas Digithon is a 24-hour Dallas project to raise pandemic relief funds for Dallas artists who drive our creative economy. But tonight, well, first of all, I want to say, if you guys had a rough week, this has been a really hard week. Whether you are red or blue or purple, this has been the longest drawn-out campaign I've ever seen. But I promise you tonight, we're not going to talk about politics. As a matter of fact, we're going to take a big break from politics with some great music. And let me tell you who we've got coming up. We have got one of my favorite artists, Grace Pettis. She probably doesn't know that she is one of my favorite artists. I don't want to be a stalker. But she is an award-winning singer-songwriter, not just an award-winning singer-songwriter. She won the NPR News Song Contest. That's pretty amazing. Now she's signed by Impress Records. You're going to love Grace. She's an indie folk artist. She'll be coming up a little bit later in the show. We also have an incredible videographer, a cinematographer actually, and that's Jose Macho. He's actually one of our cameramen. I'm looking at him right now. He's has such an incredible gift, and we are going to get to talk to him and show one of his films. Amazing. It always puts a little tear in my eye to watch it. But first, before we get to those great conversations and great music, great film, I am going to introduce you to the start of our show tonight, which is Taylor Dee and her band Shots Fired. And let's hear a little bit more about Taylor Dee.
My name is Jared Sullivan.
My name is Mac.
I'm Amy Kathleen.
My name's Taylor Dee, and we are
Taylor Dee and Shots Fired.
I grew up sort of everywhere in the DFW area. I lived in Rockwall, Plano, Forney, Mesquite. I actually graduated in Mesquite, and now we are in Farmersville, Texas. We are modern country, and speaking of which, we just received an award from Josie Music Awards in Tennessee for Modern Country Group of the Year. We got nominated for 4 awards, and we took that one home. Josie Music Awards is the largest independent award show there is. I prayed for a really long time for a group like the one I have right now. My band's incredible. I actually met Jared Sullivan, my bass player, at a gig one night, and he was like, hey, can I jump up? And he was like, hey, I know some people if you need, an electric player or an acoustic player or a drummer. We all just came together, and Taylor Dee Shots Fired was born.
I think COVID really gave the band the time it needed to come together and write some new material for our upcoming projects. And just kind of breathe for a second because of how busy Taylor Dee Shots Fired was before this all went down. But lately we've been fortunate enough to really bounce back, and we've been booked every weekend, and we're super grateful for that. If I were to give advice to an emerging artist, I would say to just keep pressing forward and never give up. I think what COVID has really done is it's really shown who is putting all of their time into their craft and all their work into their craft and who isn't, and I think that's really going to pay off at the end of all of this.
How y'all doing out there tonight, guys? It's so good to be here. We're gonna start off with the first song on my first album, y'all. This song's all about taking chances and never giving up and not doing stuff on your own, Life is just a zigzag, places on a road map. Diamond in your Cracker Jack, stepping up to bat, take a swing. That's how you make it to the big dance. So you jump off the diving board and love opens up the door. Your heart beats a back and forth, stepping off course in the wild. Sometimes you gotta take a chance, shouting, Geronimo, I'm falling in love so deep that you can't touch the bottom. Just close your eyes and let it go. Let it go. Geronimo, let's do it. Love so big, boy, we better get to it. No, I can't do this all alone. Now here we go. Geronimo. Laying in the sunshine, puffing on a peace pipe, sweet cherry wine on your lips. Now I'm begging for one more sip. Tastes like a honeycomb, tickles my funny bone. Baby, won't you come along, get you some. Now don't be shy, all it takes is a little kiss. Shouting, Geronimo, I'm falling in love so deep that you can't touch the bottom. Just close your eyes and let it go. Let it go. Geronimo, let's do it. Love so big, but we better get to it. No, I can't do this all alone. Now here we go. Geronimo. Come on. listening to 90s country music on the radio. So here we go. There was a radio in my mama's room. I used to wiggle in the cradle to a Reba tune. Lord, I couldn't stand still in my mama's high heels. My little heart was racing like my brother's Hot Wheels. Whoa, there was freedom in the air. There was a radio in my daddy's truck, and I say, please, Big Papa, won't you turn it up? He put the gas pedal down. Take us all to town, me and Bobby McGee, yeah, that's my jam. Whoa, yeah, those were the glory days. R-A-D-I-O, we were cranking up some rock and roll. I was a big rock star with my air guitar and a hairbrush microphone. Boy, don't touch that, cause the DJ's driving me wild. Tuned in like a long lost friend down a backwood country road. Lord, it always keeps me going, just a rockin' and a rollin' to the rhythm that's a flowin' on the radio. There was a new kid in my gym class. We used to kiss under the bleachers after running laps. Later that night I hugged my pillow tight, dedicating love songs on the Ricky Chris line. Whoa, life was just a soundtrack. Then I got big dreams for the big show, and someday you're gonna hear me on the radio. I hope you turn it up loud and your heartbeat pounds like a double kick drum in a one-horse town. Whoa, honey, what you thinking of? Whoa, let the music go and take you back. R-A-D-I-O, we were cranking up some romance gold. I was a big rock star with my air guitar and a hairbrush microphone. Boy, don't touch that, cause the DJ's driving me wild. Tuned in like a long lost friend down a backwood country road. Lord, it always keeps me going, just a rockin' and a rollin' to the rhythm that's a flowin' on the radio. Boy, don't touch that, cause the DJ's driving me wild. Tuned in like a long lost friend down a backwood country road. Lord, it always keeps me going, just a rockin' and a rollin' to the rhythm that's a flowin' on the radio. Lord, it always keeps me going, just a rockin' and a rollin' to the rhythm that's a flowin' on the radio. Thank y'all. Y'all having fun yet? Thank y'all all for tuning in tonight, hanging out with us. This next song is one of them feel-good songs. I know I like feeling good. I know things have been crazy in the world lately. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a whole lot of nada. Okay? Here we go. Got the sun on my shoulders, nothing on my mind. A red stripe in my left hand, and a man on the right now. I'm feeling alright, cause I know he loved me. Swaying with the groove, we so lucky. feels, but I ain't got the blues, cause I know he loves me. So I steal a little kiss, and blue skies above me. Ain't no better than this. Ain't doing nada, 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 nada. Till manana. Not a care, not a worry, not a getting in a hurry, not a doing anything I don't want. Not a clown, not a plan, not a working for the man, not another traffic jam until manana. Ain't doing nothing. Put the phone in the freezer, I put the ice in the cup, the captain in the cold, and I drink it all up, and I'm a little messed up, but I know he loves me. At the end of the day, when push comes to shove me, everything okay. I'm doing nada, 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 no, till manana. Not a care, not a worry, not a getting in a hurry, not a doing anything that I don't want. Not a clown, not a plan, not a working for the man, not another traffic jam till manana. Ain't doing nada, 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 nada. Put the phone in the freezer, put the ice in the cup, the captain in the cold, and I drank it all up, and I'm a little messed up. Thank you guys. This next song is called Smoking Peace, you guys. We have not released this song. We're going to get it recorded real soon. And it's one of my favorite originals of all time. Sometimes a woman needs to smoke in peace. Something about a red puts your mind at ease. Throw away the pills and the heartache too. That Marlboro man's gonna love on you. Sometimes a woman needs to bend along. Turn off the world and the telephone. When the demons come, don't you dare forget. There's a sanctuary in a cigarette. My doctor says those cancer sticks will kill me. What don't kill you makes you stronger. Sometimes a woman needs a smoking piece. Daddy, take the kids to the Chuck E. Cheese. Red lipstick on a champagne glass. Gonna light up a Lucky in a bubble bath. Here we go. Yeah, my doctor says those kids are sticks will kill me. What don't kill you makes you stronger. And someday I'll quit this habit that I'm feeding. And I'll start breathing. I ain't getting any younger. Oh yeah, yeah. Sometimes a woman needs a smoking piece. Take a slow, long drag and blow a little steam. Dogs nipping at your heels and you've had enough. Just to let it all go with one more puff.
Taylor Dee and Shots Fired. Let's give her a hand, everybody. And the band, wow. Okay, turn around right here. I'm right here. Actually, before we sit down and have a chat, I want you to introduce your band. Amazing, every one of them. Lots of energy, and I'm loving the harmonies. I'm loving this guy, right? He's got a lot of energy. Love it, all of you, really. You're great showmen, show women. How do you turn it on? Let's see. Push it up. There we go. Technical difficulties.
There we
That's
go.
all right.
There we go.
All right, go ahead.
All right,
Introduce your
so
band. I'm going to move out
this
of
guy
the way.
over here, I like to call him Mason Wade. This is Mason Stewart, you guys, and he is an incredible, incredible electric guitar player. Then we got Mac Bain back here on the drums, rocking it always. And then we have Jared Sullivan, who is my bass player, and Miss Amy Kathleen, who plays acoustic for me.
Great. That's awesome. Okay, you guys sit tight. I'm going to take Taylor right over here. We're going to sit down for a minute. Okay, either chair, either chair. Okay, we're doing a little COVID distance thing, so. Wow, Taylor, I mean, when I first heard you on social media, I was like, where have you been hiding? I mean, if anyone was born to sing country, it's you.
Thank you.
Seriously,
I appreciate that.
Seriously, I would put you up against anyone. Miranda Lambert, whoever.
Wow.
You name it.
That's
great.
incredible.
Such a rich, full voice. I mean, woo, loved it. Okay, so I'm supposed to go to my questions. So, you're from Farmersville.
I live in Farmersville.
You live in
I've
Farmersville.
lived all over DFW.
Okay.
Grew up kind of all over the place with a single mom. And, you know, she switched jobs a lot. We moved around a lot. But we are actually in Farmersville.
I love it. Perfect name, isn't it? For a country
Pretty
artist.
perfect for country
So tell
band.
me a little bit about Farmersville. I hear that it has some interesting aspects to it.
It really does. It's really just a tiny, small little country town. And they have old trucks, you know, they have parts of, we live right by downtown, so we're able to walk through and see all this. And there's trains, there's actually a train that comes through behind our house, and I think Farmersville is known for the train thing. I'm not real sure.
Train thing.
But they have music playing like all day long in downtown. That's exciting.
I would love to live in a town like that. That sounds amazing. So, anything else about Farmersville you want to add before we move on?
I love Farmersville. It's the cutest little quaint town. I don't want to move.
I hear they have more stages than...
They do have a lot of stages out there.
Yeah, they have a big gazebo in the middle, then they have this tractor trailer looking stage, and yeah, it's a great place. They totally love music out there, so
That's
it
cool.
works for us.
That's cool. Well, I'm going to move on because we want to hear more about you. And let's see. Oh, Josie. Okay, so you won the Josie Music Awards for the best group, or the group of the year in modern country music. I mean, that's a big deal.
Yes, we went down there to the awards in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and we were actually up for 4 awards. And you know, on the way there, we like all rode down in an RV, you know, and we're like, we should really work on that speech, you know, just in case. But I was like, no, these are moments I've waited for forever, so I will know what to say. We really weren't expecting to win. And so when they called my name, I was actually in like a conversation in the very back, and everybody's like, that's, you know, so we get up there, and we're just so grateful and thankful for Josie Music Awards. It's the largest independent artist award show in Tennessee, so we love them so much, and yeah, it was crazy.
What an honor. I mean, that really is an honor. So you are the ambassador for the GCMA. Tell me what that is.
Global Country Music Association is a group that supports artists from all over the world. They approached me about a year ago and asked if I would like to be an ambassador to support females in country music, and I was all about it because when I first started out, there wasn't a whole lot of support systems, and you know, I didn't really know what to do and where to begin, and so it's kind of cool to be able to help other people along in this industry.
That's great. That really is. Before we hear more from you, I want to know about, let's see, you did an album last year, and you have some originals, and you have a brand new Christmas song that just dropped.
Yes! Yay! We did release an album last year. It's called The Buzz, and we've released Greener Grass from that album to radio, and it's actually climbing the Texas charts right now, so that's crazy and awesome, and we're just so thankful. And the Christmas song, it's Put a Bow on It, and I love Christmas music. I've always, you know, growing up listening to 90s music, that's where it was at with the Christmas music. So I've always just loved it, and we're excited about it. It was released last week.
Last week. Wow,
With a
so
video. We did a video too. It's so funny. Y'all go check it out.
Perfect timing. Yeah, we'll have to get a hold of that video. So where do they find you?
Taylor Dee, D-E-E, and Shots Fired, and that's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. If you want to go get the album, it's on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, everywhere you can stream music.
Great. And make sure, everyone out there, that it's not A-N-D, it's the symbol and.
Yes, Taylor Dee and, like the symbol and.
All right. Okay, Taylor, I have taken up enough of your time because we want to hear more of you and Shots Fired.
All right, thank you.
Let's go.
I'm gonna let Amy Kathleen do her thing. This is one of my favorites of her originals, and y'all are gonna love it.
And all the trees flying high above my head, like your letter that I never read, and all the pain in the sky just out of my reach will fall to my feet and shoot it up like the drug I swore I'd never touch, though no one really stopped me much. You've seen it all till you tell me I'm not the one you'll always adore. We're so disconnected, you're lovesick and I'm infected. So much more than I expected now. Caught up in your illusion, boy, I'm nothing but confusion. God only knows what we're doing now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm willing to try. But baby, tonight, I'm getting high. I'm not gonna lie, I'm willing to try. But baby, tonight, I'm getting high.
Amy Kathleen, y'all. Y'all really should go check her out. She not only plays in my band full time, but she has her own band, Almost Jaded. So y'all look her up as well. Right now, we're gonna do a song about my pet alligator. Usually we bring him inside and stuff, but we left him in the car tonight. In a shotgun shack on a Louisiana swamp, there's a hot bombshell and a tight tank top. Got a pet alligator named Sawtooth. You better watch your step, 'cause he's waiting on you. A frat house city boy from New Orleans, calling one night on this Cajun breeze. It was a steamy hot night when the lights went out. Never heard a city boy scream so loud, begging for mercy in the black bayou. Chuck another one up to old Sawtooth. From an alligator farm to that Creole crib, she raised that lizard up just like she did her own kid. 12 feet long, all jaws and tail, a Black & Decker power tool with slimy green scales. Warden got a call about a gator gone wild, couldn't wait to get his hands on that killer crocodile. It was a steamy hot night when the lights went out. Never heard a long dog scream so loud, begging for mercy in the black bayou. Chalk another one up to old Sawtooth. Gator lost his life, but the warden did too. Some say it's just a legend, but if you need on a steamy hot night when you're headed down south, better watch your step when the lights go out. There's a hot bombshell working her voodoo with a baby alligator son of you know who. Chuck another one up to Sawtooth, chuck another one up to old Sawtooth. Thank y'all so much. Hope you guys are having fun tonight. This here is the song that I was talking about earlier, the one we decided to release to radio off of our album, The Buzz. I'm just super grateful that people love this song and they keep calling and requesting it on the radio stations. Thank you guys so much. I can't do this without y'all. This is called Greener Grass. Save me
is making me crazy. I've been spinning my wheels and it feels like a dog on my heels. Guess you know the score. Girlfriend, I need a little more something. I don't mean to complain, but I'm playing these same old games, and I can't take much more. Dreamer, my heart is pounding, climbing the mountain. Yeah, I'm gonna fly like an eagle, high on ambition. Made my decision, I'm touching the sky. I'm gonna find a little greener grass on the other side. Jaded, all the time that I've wasted. I've been watching the clock tick tock, I'm predicting the dots. It's all clear to me. Passion with a little more action. Oh, the joy it'll bring when you sail with the wind in your wings, floating wild and free. Dreamer, my heart is pounding, climbing the mountain. Yeah, I'm gonna fly like an eagle, high on ambition. Made my decision, I'm touching the sky. Gonna find a little greener grass on the other side. Over the rainbow, there's something beautiful. It's our peace of mind. So hold on, I'm gonna take you there. Nothing you can compare to the other side. Yeah, I'm gonna fly like an eagle, high on ambition. I'm on a mission, I'm touching the sky. Gonna find a little greener grass on the other side. I'm gonna find a little greener grass on the other side. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, how amazing was that? Taylor Dee Shots Fired. That was incredible. Thank you so much for playing for us. My name is Emmeline. And I think we're going to keep carrying this thing. I'm going to take you guys over here and introduce you to yet another member of our family. But thank you so much for playing for us tonight. That was amazing. So one more time, if people want to find you, follow your journey, where can they do that?
Taylor. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere you could possibly look. Awesome. Google us. Our website, TaylorDeeShotsFired.com. Yeah.
Awesome. So Taylor Dee Shots Fired. Check them out on all of your social media sites. Thank you so much for gracing us with such incredible music. You don't have to worry, because they will be back later in the evening to play us even more tunes. But first, I'm going to direct you guys over here with me. We're going to hang out, and I am going to introduce you to a member of our team who is a wonderful artist in their own right. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Jose Camacho. I think Carlos is going to bring us a mic for Jose. But Jose, you're barefoot. Jose to the rescue. So you're barefoot. And people know you as Jose the Barefoot Photographer. Is that right? That's correct. I tell you what, man. Come with me. Let's go back to the stage. Can we get this one working? Or we can just switch back and forth. So, you're barefoot.
That's right.
Tell me a little bit about that.
So I've been doing this for about 2-3 years.
Cool.
Before that, I mean, I've always worn flip-flops, sandals my whole life. I mean, I've always been a fan of just like feeling the ground. You know, there's a lot of energy, a lot of stuff that, you know, we kind of ignore. Because, you know, you have all these Nike and other shoe commercials that tell you you got to buy these Jordans, you got to buy these shoes. But, I mean, for me, I guess I never got into that, and I've just been doing this.
So you talked about feeling the ground and feeling the energy. I think that's a really beautiful way to put it. And as a photographer, what you do is you capture the energy.
That's right.
And as a cameraman for us, you capture the live energy on this stage. So I appreciate you coming on the other side of the camera to tell us a little bit about the art you make when you're not here at Dallas Music Network. One of the cooler things you've done recently is make a short film.
That's right.
Can you tell us a little bit about the short film that you've made?
So this idea actually came about by a gentleman had contacted me because I made a prior video showing off various spots in Dallas. I purchased a drone a few months ago and just started exploring the whole city. And I put together this video. It was about a 4 or 5 minute video back in July. And it caught the eye of this particular gentleman he has a wine company called Zerbino Wine. And he told me, like, I want to capture, you know, the grandness of Dallas and like his history, because his family came from Italy to Fort Worth and Dallas, you know, over 30 years ago. And from there, you know, I was inspired by a particular artist I heard named Jay Mellock, who created these various songs that it really struck to me. Like, I never heard of any like music like this.
That's awesome.
In conjunction with him, and also we had the opportunity of working at the Meyerson Center, the Morton P. Meyerson Center that's downtown, and I was the first person to ever fly a drone within the Meyerson Center. So that, you know, alone was amazing enough, but I was also fortunate enough to have a model named Chelsea Wong help me with, you know, portraying this video. So with her help, you know, with various scenes throughout the city, I mean, it came together in a way that I could never imagine.
That's so cool.
Thanks.
So, again, you had the honor of being the first person in the Meyerson to shoot in this way, which is a really beautiful gift. We're going to get to see your short film. And this is the world premiere, right? Nobody's seen this yet.
I mean, a couple friends, yes, but as far as, you know, the world audience, this would be the first time.
So you're saying that us and all of our friends at home tonight are like your closest friends, right?
Yes, of course.
Basically.
Of course.
Right. I'm gonna have to ask you to talk right into the mic, friend.
Talk away?
Talk right into the mic.
Okay.
There we go.
We go.
Now we can hear you. Awesome. So I'm going to have you intro this amazing short film for us and tell us, you mentioned that this music captured your attention in a way that no other had, and that you sought to kind of capture the energy of that music in video form, and that you've had help with that. What do you think was the biggest takeaway for you throughout the experience? What did you, if you had to turn the experience into one thing that you learned that you want to share with some other folks at home who are looking to make their own film, what would that be?
When I first got into cinematography, I mean, I've been into photography and such for my entire life, and the thing I've always wanted to do is to explain some sort of story. Because I have a lot of various friends who they create music, they're DJs, they're artists, and they weave music in such a way that like it gets inside you. Like, you know, there's certain songs that you hear that, you know, you hear for a second, you think that's that, and then you go about your day. But when you create a song that like you just keep remembering for the rest of your life, you know, you use it for your weddings, you use it for that special song, you know, I wanted to do just that, but in video form. You know, I wanted to inspire and motivate people by watching this video, because the overall message that was portrayed in the song is the future's calling while you think it over. And ever since I've been a kid, I've been a fan of like Back to the Future, Star Wars, all those sci-fi movies, and hearing the lyrics of that song in conjunction, you know, with like a Tesla, I was able to use for a little bit, and you know, various cool cars, thanks to a friend named Yash. You know, it created this story that, like, as it developed over the weeks, became something more and more amazing. So to see it put together, to have friends who'd message me like, "Wow, that made me cry." Like, you know, I was shocked that it would be that powerful for something that, you know, this is my first like music video. So seeing it now on the big screen would be a dream come true.
That's so cool. I'm not going to hold you back from that moment anymore. I'm so excited to see the story that you've shared and this music that's kind of wormed its way into your heart. I'm excited to see this film that's, I know, is going to worm its way into ours. So let's take a look at Jose Camacho's film, The Future's Calling.
Maybe it's not the wind throwing you off your feet again. Could it be that the odds of your confidence wavering? You can blame it on fate, good luck, ghosts, or lunar phase. In the end, what you make doesn't care what you say it is. The future is calling. You don't have to feel brave. Your fortune is constant, but your side tends to sway. The future is calling while you think it over. It's not a chance, but yourself that you're waiting for. Don't consider the odds or the sound of a closing door. You can blame it on fate, good luck, ghosts, or lunar phase. It's the risk that you take when you choose to stop playing safe. The future is calling. You don't have to feel brave. Your fortune is constant, but your side tends to sway. The future is calling while you think it over. While you think it over.
Jose, the barefoot photographer. That was absolutely beautiful. How does it feel to see it on the big screen?
It's larger than life, I guess. It's I guess I never thought I'd ever see it on a big screen, and it was more amazing to watch it here than it was to watch it. So definitely amazing.
I love that. You use color so brilliantly, and you've got all these really beautiful shots of the city. So you tell an individual story in this, but you also tell the story of Dallas.
True. I mean, part of the story, as the lyrics kind of portray, is like, as I mentioned earlier, about the future's calling while you think it over. So, you know, I originally I'd met via a couple of various photo shoots, and, you know, we had done a photo shoot up in Flower Mound where, you know, initially when I was first putting this video together, you know, I was thinking, like, how do I want to from there to something else, and then go to the Meyerson Center, I was like, that'd be perfect. You know, a girl, you know, anybody has the opportunity of being famous, of being big, you know, being amazing, and whether or not you act on that, the future is always calling. So that's sort of where the song kind of plays into the entire video. Is, you know, as opportunity knocks, you know, whether you go for it or not.
Yeah, the only too late is never, right? There's always an opportunity to keep pursuing your dreams. I love that. Friend, if people want to follow your dream, if people want to continue to follow your journey, where's the best place for them to do that?
I'd say Facebook. Instagram.com/barefootphotographer. Also on my website, which is my mask over here, which is www.barefootphotographer.com.
So we've got facebook.com/barefootphotographer and barefootphotographer.com, and those are some solid places for people to find you.
Yes.
Excellent. Jose, we so appreciate you at the Dallas Music Network, not just for your brilliance here, but for what you do every Saturday for us. Man, you're a legend. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having me, and I always look forward to working with you guys.
Absolutely. If you want to learn more about Jose, hit barefootphotographer.com. And we go from one legend to another legend. I want to introduce all of you to our next performer, who is the amazingly talented, award-winning, celebrated songwriter, Austin's very own Grace Pettis.
My name is Grace Pettis, rhymes with lettuce, spelled differently. We can talk about that later. I am from Mentone, Alabama and Atlanta, Georgia, and I now live right outside Austin outer limits in Texas.
I am a singer and I write songs. Well, I don't know exactly what genre my music is. I grew up in the South. I grew up in a log cabin on a mountain in Alabama. So I like to think that that qualifies me as a country artist. I don't necessarily identify with all the country that I hear, so maybe that makes me Americana. There's some blues in there, there's some gospel in there, there's some R&B, there's, you know. So yeah, I like to think that my music just sort of sounds like the South. COVID has been completely devastating to the music industry, and I don't mean that like in some abstract newspaper article way. I mean that like all of my friends in music have moved back home to whatever, you know, state they moved to Austin from, and they've moved in with their parents, and they're not sound engineers anymore, and they're not touring musicians or guitar players or producers anymore. They're all living in basements. So it's been devastating. We were the first industry to be hit. We're probably going to be the last to come back. If my younger self were to walk in the door, well, I would give her some advice on hair and makeup, number one. But number two, I would tell her it's a marathon and not a sprint. And it's okay because you're just planting seeds. You're just making friends. You're writing songs. Every time you write a song, you're a better songwriter. And every time you make a friend, you have a new friend. And 10 years from now, that's going to be a really good friend. And I think I would tell her that it's not a competition. I think there's a lot of energy out there that wants to make us buy into this sort of scarcity model of either I get the gig or my friend gets the gig, and we can't both have the gig. And I would tell her that that keeps you from enjoying the ride and, you know, finding your tribe, but it also doesn't help you professionally. I think every good thing I've had has been because I'm a part of a community that takes care of each other. Maybe we can take just a hair of that bass out of the bottom. It'd be great. Thank you so much. Designer jeans, sunglasses. Your Oklahoma breezing in. Got your makeup on and what past is. For a never known troubled grin. No one would ever know, ever know. You don't
safe in the herd. One black sheep lost, we don't say a word. But God's looking down on his child on the pavement. Leave the 99 behind for the one that needs saving. Can't say that you love your neighbor. Can't say that you love me. Can't say all lives matter. If he can't breathe, say his name. If you use your voice and don't just add to the white noise. Shouts in the hallway, they break down the door. And Breonna Taylor is dead on the floor. And she could have been a nurse if she hadn't been another one. With 8 shots fired from an officer's gun. Can't say law and order or the land of the free. Can't say all lives matter. She can't breathe. Say her name. If you use your voice and don't just add to the white noise. What have you done? Where is your brother? Ahmad and Eric, Trayvon and George. What have you done? Where is your brother? Not one more, not one more. Can't say law and order or the land of the free. Can't say all lives matter. They can't breathe. Say their names. If you use your voice and don't just add to the white noise. Don't just add to the white noise. White noise.
Thank you. I'm going to play a song I've never played before, including today. But I feel like I have to take risks sometimes because it's what keeps things real for me. Like, that's where the rock and roll is. And I grew up in Alabama and Atlanta, Georgia simultaneously. So it's been pretty cool to watch Georgia in the news this week and to think about all my classmates that I grew up with. Growing up, learning how to vote, changing the South, changing the country. It's just very inspiring. And I don't know, I'm just so proud of Georgia, so I really want to sing this song. And I'm probably going to butcher it, but oh well. I'm happy, and I want to play it.
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through Other eyes smile tenderly, still in peaceful dreams I see the road lead back to you, Georgia, Georgia. No peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly, still in peaceful dreams I see the road lead back to you, Georgia, Georgia. No peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind, my mind. Just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind.
Thank you. Well, speaking of my upbringing, such a great word, isn't it? As I said, I'm from rural Alabama and Atlanta, Georgia simultaneously because my parents were divorced, like many millennial children. And so I'm also kind of from the Dollar General parking lot in Cartersville, which was the halfway point for the minivan hostage exchange. And this is a song that's sort of about my nomadic upbringing. And I name drop Decatur, which is the part of Atlanta I'm from, and also Alabama in the song.
Walk with me to the Citgo or the Dairy Queen behind the railroad tracks, pick mulberries off a tree. Haven't done no nothing, rent a fro, and I'm always just some new kid in the class, braces and big feet. Packing up another childhood home, watching my grandparents get old. Drop a pin on the map when the wheels in the world in the second hand all spin. Drop another pin. Try to take it like a photograph, like a well-worn path, like a good look. Take it all in. Drop another pin. 4 years in Mentone, make a few friends, hide in the library stacks, talk big in a small town. Busting a plane to Yellowstone, waiting tables, sending postcards back. Gotta get lost to be found. Throwing up a graduation cap, faces in a yearbook staring back. Drop a pin on the map when the wheels in the world in the second hand all spin. Drop another pin. Whoa, gotta take it like a photograph, like a well-worn path, like a good look. Take it all in. Drop another pin. Yeah, you are here. This spot, this year, this minute ticking down. Can you hear it like a heartbeat? Can you feel it underneath your feet?
right now. It's all we have. All we have is right now. Drop a pin on the map, wheels in the world, second hand all spin. So drop another pin. Whoa, can you take me like a photograph, like a well-worn path, like a good look? Take it all in. Drop another pin. Drop another pin. Ooh, drop another pin.
Thanks. Wait 1 second here. That's what I I wrote this song for my best friend in high school, who happens to be gay. And when he came out after we graduated, did I mention I'm from a small town in Alabama? So you can basically tell the rest of the story yourself. Like, you don't need my help. And at the time, I was not a good friend to him. And I spent a lot of years regretting it and wishing I had said something different or been there for him in a different way. So I wrote him this song as an apology. And it brought us back together as friends after a lot of years. So if you have an apology to make, you know, no time like the present.
From the day we met, I was never the same. You were the mascot at the football game. Big brown eyes in a wildcat suit, hugging your knees outside the classroom. Favorite child of a single mother, loved you more than a boyfriend, more than a brother. The way you drove yourself to church every Sunday. We swore we'd make it out of this town one day. And I called you a sinner. Ain't no sin bigger, and there ain't one damn thing wrong with you. As far as I can tell, no, there ain't no hell much worse than the one I put you through. I knew nothing about love, Landon. Well, you carried your cards close to your vest, and you buried your heart inside your chest, and you hid it from the ones that loved you best, 'cause you knew none of us could pass that test. And then I called you a sinner. Ain't no sin bigger, and there ain't one damn thing wrong with you. As far as I can tell, no, there ain't no hell much worse than the one we put you through. What were we so afraid of, Landon? Was afraid of that word So I called you a sinner. Ain't no sin bigger, and there ain't one damn thing wrong with you. I know I can't make amends, but believe me, I'm still your friend, and I owe you the truth. I miss you so much, Linda. From the day we met, I was never the same.
Thanks, y'all. Thank you very much. That one goes out to every Southern misfit out there. And this one, I think, is about music. I wrote it with my friend Megan Burt, so I don't know what it's about for her, but for me, it's about music. And music is what gets me going right now, especially. So thank you so much. I want to thank everybody who helped put on this show tonight, and I have the names written down so I don't mess them up. But Beverly, Renee, Carlos, Chase, Mav, and Emmeline, and I haven't learned everybody's names, but everybody else. Thank you guys so much for doing this. It is really such a joy, like you have no idea. I don't usually leave my bunker these days, and it's so nice. Thanks for making this safe and taking care of us and allowing us to do what we love to do. Appreciate it.
Haven't you seen me? Haven't you heard? Haven't you noticed I'm slurring words, swinging at nothing, shivering cold? Heaven help me like a lightning bolt, 'cause somehow I have to find it in me. 1, 2, 3. Pick me up, carry me on my way. Pick me up until my dying day. Pick me up whenever I fall back down. Pick me back up when I hit the ground. 'Cause you're never fighting but you keep your fists up another round, and I'm gonna take it and ask for more, even down here from the floor, biding my time and taking my licks. 4, 5, 6. Pick me up, carry me on my way. Pick me up until my day. way back up when I hit the ground.
Wrote this song with Gary Nicholson, a good friend.
Don't we all want to know where we go when we die? Is it just dust to dust or a home in the sky? Does it make a difference how we live our lives? Doesn't matter. Can anybody say, is there a way to do it right? Do we live for tomorrow or just make it through the night? When do we surrender? When do we fight for something better? When nobody's listening, what do you wanna say? What thoughts are you thinking in the quiet of the day? And who do you wanna be when nobody's watching? 'Cause it's hard to see clear through the fear in our hearts. Isn't it how we live in spite of it that shows us who we are? The choices that we make, stumbling in the dark for the light switch. When nobody's listening, what do you wanna say? What thoughts are you thinking in the quiet of the day? And who do you wanna be when nobody's watching? And if there's nobody up there looking down on us all, and no one to judge us if we fly or if we fall, then who do you want to be when nobody's watching? Who do you want to be when nobody's watching?
Thank you. Tonight I'm going to dedicate this song to my personal hero and fellow Star Trek fan, Stacey Abrams. I got to tune that real quick. I'm so sorry. Sorry, y'all. We tune because we care. There it is.
She's overtime and underpaid. She's kicking, taking names. Just realized I'm gonna do the PC version. She's punching that clock, she's climbing that ladder, she's spinning those wheels. She can do your job 10 times better, do it in heels. So get your glass up for the working woman. When you gotta get it done, call a working woman. PC version. Thank God for the working woman. You know this country's run by the working woman. But don't be fooled, she ain't no pretty face. She rules this roost, she runs this place. From a mop and a broom to a corner office with a big old desk. Everybody knows, ain't nobody knows like a woman how to clean a mess. So get your glass up for the working woman. When you gotta get it done. Thank God, thank God, this country is run. Some stay at home with the kids all day. No vacation time, no minimum wage. She's a nurse and a boss and a coach and a maid and a wife and a mother. If you paid her for half of what she does, couldn't afford her. Get your glass up for the working woman. When you gotta get it done, you better thank God, thank God. This country is run, yes ma'am. Said this world is run by the working woman.
Thank you. One more, if you'll indulge me, and then I'll leave you alone. Surprisingly not horrendously out of tune. I wrote this like a week ago. It's a voting anthem, so it was a little late. I was like, come on, song, where were you 2 months ago? But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I'll send this one out to Georgia too, because maybe we're not just quite done voting yet. We can build an anti-racist world with this machine. Make a better future for women and girls with this machine. Love who we want, open the doors, no more walls here anymore. Kill the fascism, win the war with this machine. This machine, these hands, these feet, this machine, these people, these streets. Hate and fear cannot defeat this machine. This land is yours, this land is mine, this machine. For you and me and by design, this machine. So cast it on a ballot, write it on a sign, shout it from a 10-hour voting line. This land is yours, this land is mine, this machine. This machine, these
hands, these feet, this machine, these people, these streets. 2020's about to meet this machine. This machine, this song, this machine, this voice, these strings, this machine, this song I sing. We the free, let freedom ring from this machine. This machine, these hands, these feet, this machine, these people, these streets. Hate and fear will not defeat this machine. No, hate and fear will not defeat this machine. Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear one more time for Grace Pettis. You actually get to sit down. They're gonna help me sit down. I mean, you can. There's no judgment if you don't. I'm also gonna unwind this so we can give it to you. You can stand if you'd like.
I didn't wear the outfit for sitting.
Oh, you're fine. Then we'll just stand.
Thank you.
And we'll just kind of hang out by the chairs. It's all good. That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing your songs and stories with us. I know we
You're
can
welcome.
like awkwardly pose with the chairs. That's good.
We're just pose with them. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, either that or they can watch us move them in heels. Because
What
we're
was that?
working women. I said they can watch us move the chairs in heels.
That's true.
Like true working
I
women.
have done that.
Yeah. Thank you so much for playing. That was absolutely beautiful.
Thanks so much for having me. I really
You're
appreciate it.
so welcome. I have to ask you, because you are a songwriter.
Yes.
And I feel like that's kind of the primary identity you have as a musician, is that you tell these incredible stories.
Thank you.
And you weave these like really meaningful tales, and there's always a message. So tell us a little bit about White Noise.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'll say there's an organization called Color of Change, and with the help of my label, Empress Records, who are 100% behind me, I love them so much, we released it, and a lot of the musicians and engineers and producers, everybody just kind of donated their time or made their time incredibly cheap, and we recorded the song, and all of the proceeds go to Color of Change. So if people out there like it or are moved by it in any way, I encourage you to go to colorofchange.org and find out about their work and what they do. And that song, I intended it to be just a giant arrow pointing to the work of dismantling racism in America. I hope, I mean, it's a very small arrow at the moment, but it's pointing in the right direction, hopefully.
But I think that that's the thing about music, right, is that it starts a conversation. I feel like there's so many things today that end a conversation. Like you open Facebook and there's a post and you're like, oh, well, maybe we don't talk about that at all. But when you listen to music, you get kind of a nuanced vision of what's going on, and you get to explore the complexity of an issue, and it is a complex issue.
Yeah, I mean, I think I came by it honestly, like I didn't set out to have an agenda and like, you know, but I just was feeling a lot of feelings, like I think a lot of Americans were when we watched those videos over the summer, and it had to go somewhere, you know, so I can't afford therapy, so this is what I do, you know?
Yeah. Well, and I think ideally, you know, when you share your pain, when you share your hurt, when you share your shock and your fear for the country and your fear for where we're headed, you can give voice to other people who are feeling those things and maybe don't know what to do with those feelings.
Yeah, it was really a challenge because I didn't want to be just like one of many, you know, like white girl influencers on social media, like just like monopolizing the conversation and totally missing the point. And so I was like, I can't not write about this, but I have to do it in a way that like points it at the thing and doesn't, you know, just use it for my own like career or something, because that feels very wrong to profit off of other people's pain.
Yeah.
And also, you know, yeah, I mean, I guess that's it, but I had to write something. I couldn't not say something also, so.
Yeah, it's difficult to figure out how to say something in a way that makes you part of the solution, right?
Yeah, which is a little bit what the song is about, too. I mean,
You didn't want to be the white noise.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. So those of you who were moved by that song in particular can find it and know that all of the proceeds when you purchase that song go straight to Color of Change, to combating these issues that are plaguing our country and to helping us find a workable solution. That's such a beautiful way to contribute to the conversation and to help us move in a positive direction.
Thank you. I feel like it's the minimum I can do as a white person to say that Black Lives Matter, and this is the musical version of that, so.
And it shouldn't be controversial, right?
Yeah, I think all of us musicians should be speaking up right now. But
That's really
just me.
beautiful. No, I think that's awesome that that's something for which you feel like you can use your platform to lend credence to the story, to lend a voice to those who don't have it. Exactly. Yeah. So, but this is one of many beautiful stories you tell. What is your process when you sit down to write a song?
Yeah, you know, and I'm sure you get this question all the time too, because you write songs.
I do.
But people always go like, which comes first, like the lyrics or the melody, or and so I just, it's different every time. But maybe it's a lyric, maybe it's a melodic idea, something. I'll sing it into my phone or write it down, and then it's just kind of like investigating that thing, and taking the time and being intentional about just pursuing it and seeing where it goes. I think the hardest thing for me is just giving myself permission to do that. So, yeah, that's my process.
When I do co-writing sessions, we call it Dare to Suck.
Call it what?
Dare to Suck. Put all
Dare to suck.
Yeah,
Yes.
put all the
Yeah.
bad ideas on the table.
Yes.
Let them be what they are.
Yes, we were talking about Jimmy Webb earlier, and he talks about, in his book Toonsmith, he talks about a magic circle that you draw around yourself, and you say, in this circle, I can do no wrong.
Oh,
so
I
you
like
just,
that.
Yeah, you just give yourself permission to like write the thing all the way through, and then edit it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you brought up Jimmy Webb. I saw you years ago when you opened for him at the Kessler Theater in Dallas. You have had the opportunity to play with and open for lots of really amazing artists in your career.
Super lucky, yes.
So are there particular moments that stick out to you, or particular wisdoms like that you've taken with you over the course of your career that you want to impart to anybody who's thinking about writing songs at home right now?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, I've opened for some incredible people. I've opened for Ruthie Foster. I've opened for Jimmy Webb and Daryl Scott. Like just some amazing songwriters and musicians. Yeah, I guess what I would say is just keep writing songs. Just I mean, I think of it like 100 songs is the average. I feel like for the number of songs you have to write before you start writing songs that you like. So, I mean, just keep writing and think of all of it as fertilizer, which even if it's, it will fertilize. That fertilizes better than anything, So just think of that as fertilizer for your next song. And every song makes you a better writer.
It's part of the clarifying process.
It's the only way to do it.
So is that what a song is to you, is kind of the distillation of a story bit by bit by bit?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's, I mean, some of them are, for sure. Like, a lot of them are. Some of them are just more just, like, musical emoting, I guess. I am a story songwriter primarily, but that's just the medium that I grew up in. My dad's a singer-songwriter. He's like he was a Nashville songwriter when I was growing up. And so that's like the language that I learned to express what I was feeling and thinking. So that's why I tell stories, because like that's the vernacular that I'm familiar with, But if I grew up and played the trumpet, like then I would do that, So
there's no wrong way to tell a story.
It's all the same, really.
There's no wrong way to get it out. I love that. So if people want to continue to hear your songs, continue to follow your journey, if they want to contribute to the work you're doing with Color of Change, or in honor of Color of Change, to just say,
I don't know them. They don't
let
know
me
me.
help you.
I just want to give them money.
How can people find you? Where's the best place for them to look?
You can find me at gracepettis.com, Pettis. And also I have a Patreon page, which is really the best way to support me right now. That's kind of what's paying my monthly bills.
Yeah.
And that's where kind of my tribe has coalesced. And I do like monthly, webcasts with a special guest, a different guest every month. And I have a new podcast that I started.
That's
Speaking
awesome.
of podcasts.
Yeah.
It's where I interview musicians and we talk about Star Trek. So
That's really cool. Which Star Trek, though?
well, we're starting with the original series,
Okay.
but we're going to work our way through.
I was like, you got, Deep Space Nine.
I
you've
love
got
Deep Space Nine.
TNG.
TNG is my favorite.
Yes, of course.
Discovery, the new series.
Oh.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good.
So if
highly
you're
recommend.
also a Star Trek fan,
Yeah.
you need to follow Grace, find her Patreon page, support all these
Do
awesome
yourself a
creative
favor,
projects.
Don't ask me any more questions about Star Trek. We'll be here all night.
We can talk about that later.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for playing for us, friend. I appreciate it so much. I know that our audience appreciates hearing your music, and we are going to continue the trend of even more music by welcoming back to the stage Taylor Dee and Shots Fired.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Grace Pettis, and now Taylor Dee and Shots Fired. While we make this transition from one stage to the other, I just want to thank everybody at the Dallas Digithon who has been making possible this incredible 24-hour event. We are only halfway through, really, right? We're going until noon tomorrow. We started at noon today. It's a really great way to bring money, to bring support to all of these beautiful artists who are trying to make their way in this pandemic. We are so grateful to Dallas Digithon for letting us take over for 2 hours and make it happen for all of these artists. It is important beyond belief to have the arts in our lives. This is the way we share our feelings. This is the way we start conversations. This is the way we ensure that our culture lives on generation after generation after generation. So if you want to support a worthy cause, make sure that you check out everything that the Dallas Digithon is doing to support artists during the pandemic. And we also want to thank this amazing cast and crew at Dallas Music Network for happening week after week after week. We're so grateful for the show, and we're immensely grateful to have amazing artists like Taylor Dee and Shots Fired who keep coming on to share music with you in a time, in a way that is safe and beneficial for everybody. And now, without further delay, please welcome back to the stage Taylor Dee and Shots Fired.
Hey, how y'all doing out there? Thank y'all so much for tuning in and hanging out with us all night, and for everybody that's here. Thank you. Thank you guys, thank the sound crew, thank everybody for making this happen. Y'all have been amazing today, thank y'all. We're gonna start off with one of my favorite original tunes that we have not recorded yet or released. This has actually been something I've been kind of scared of because I thought my granny might actually disown me. But now it's her favorite song, so we're gonna do it for y'all tonight. I got the cherry for you, Route 44. You can't get this stuff since your baby mama's poor. Strut this swagger in thigh high stilettos. I'll be shaking this booty from my trailer park ghetto. Here comes some trash all up in my face, acting like she's got something to say now. Pull up your Daisy Dukes, toe to toe, honey, me and you. I'll snap you out of those cheap-old shoes, kicking and screaming like some kind of demon. See a girl making eyes at my man, licking your lips, this is all out of hand. Just a tramp in a spray-on tan. You want to see crazy? Put up your Daisy Dukes. I think it's time that we take this outside. You got 911 on your old speed dial. If you got bags, hun, then you better start packing. 'Cause we're cruising for a bruising on the cruise line captain. You ain't never seen the likes of me. I'll float like a butterfly and sting like a bee now. Put up your Daisy Dukes, toe to toe, honey, me and you. I'll slap you out of those cheap-old shoes, kicking and screaming like some kind of demon. See a girl making eyes at my van, licking your lips, this is all out of hand. Just a tramp in a spray-on tan. You wanna see crazy? Put up your Daisy Dukes.
Thank you guys so much. We're gonna do a duet for you guys. Amy Kathleen over here, she actually wrote this song with a good friend of ours, Chad Rowland. This is called The One. Change your mind. It isn't worth the loneliness, but I still pay the price. I've been falling in love with you. Why won't you fall with me? You've been running in circles, burning ground under your feet. Tell me, what do you need? Thank y'all so much. Oh man, if y'all are at home, it's time to get up off your couch or get your boots on or get in your kitchen in your socks and dance with us. This song's called Top Shelf Liquor. Shake it, take it, leave me by the
the hand that spins me out on the dance floor to show 'em how it's done. Beyond party, do the little things that you know are gonna turn me on, like a country song. Stir it up like a hurricane. We got some drinking to do. Yes, sir, I'll make you glad you came. Boy, you're my kind of blues. You and me are like top shelf liquor, bottled up with the warning sticker. You're thumping something inside my ticket. Baby, you come on strong. It's like the creeping of your next last call. When everybody runs for alcohol, they're closing up and we yell hell no. Staying here all night long. Top shelf liquor. One more Marlboro, blow a little smoke and laugh about some old story from way back in the day. Barkeep, whiskey, dust off the bottle 'cause it's time to break out the good store. It's worth the price you pay. Line 'em up and let's take some shots. We got some drinking to do. Yeah, you know what'll hit the spot. This is my kind of blues. You and me are like top shelf liquor, bottled up with the warning sticker. You're thumping something inside my ticket. Baby, you come on strong. It's like the creeping of your next last call. When everybody runs for alcohol, they're closing up and we yell hell no. Staying here all night long. Top shelf liquor. Come on, Mason, let me hear you. It's a night for cutting loose. We're gonna do what we wanna do. And here we are breaking all the rules. Yeah, this is my kind of blues. You and me are like top shelf liquor, bottled up with the warning sticker. You're thumping something inside my ticket. Baby, you come on strong. It's like the creeping of your next last call. When everybody runs for alcohol, they're closing up and we yell hell no. Staying here all night long. Top shelf liquor. Top shelf liquor. Top shelf liquor. Oh, thank y'all. We're gonna take things down a little notch here. This song is called Higher Than the Rockies. Every time you touch me, I can feel my heart beat like a shot of adrenaline. You don't have to say a damn thing. Twisted and tangled, don't you like the way that sounds? Caught up in your rapture, I'm captured, I don't wanna calm that down. You taking me higher, higher, higher than the Rockies. You light my fire, desire. I love the way you love me. I'm walking on a wire wrapped around your body. You're taking me higher, higher, higher than the Rockies. Dancing in the moonlight, my head is spinning like a 45. Getting stoned on your sweet kiss, I wanna feel you on the inside. Plugged in and turned on, you found a way to flip my switch. Tell me I'm not dreaming this feeling, can I have another hit? You taking me higher, higher, higher than the Rockies. Light my fire, desire. I love the way you love me. Walking on a wire wrapped around your body. Taking me higher, higher, higher than the Rockies. Twisted and tangled, don't you like the way that sounds? Caught up in your rapture, I'm captured, I don't wanna come back down. You're taking me higher, higher, higher than the Rockies. You light my fire, desire, I love the way you love me. I'm walking on a wire wrapped around your body. You're taking me higher, higher, higher than the Rockies. Higher than the Rockies. Thank y'all so much. So enough funny business, we're gonna get right down to it and do a song about my ex-boyfriend. This one's called Judas Kiss. Sleepless, all alone in a bed made for two. It's midnight and I know where you are. Silhouette stain the windows of the Paradise Motel, but tonight it's like hail on my heart. Lipstick traces, secret places. What did the devil make you do? Broken, blinded by devotion, drowning in the ocean. I curse the day we met. Screaming, driving out the demons, betrayed by the feeling. Honey, I'll never
What happened to the stars in their eyes? I believed in a promise you would always be true, but I know it was all just a lie. Love so wasted, torn and jaded. What did the devil make you do? Broken, blinded by devotion, drowning in the ocean. I curse the day we met. Screaming, driving out the demons, betrayed by the feeling. Honey, I'll never forget the taste of your Judas kiss. Screaming, driving out the demons, betrayed by the feeling. Honey, I'll never forget the taste of your Judas kiss. Thank you guys so much. So this next song is, it's close to home for me because it's really about a couple, a woman in an abusive relationship, and I have been there. And this song basically goes out to all the women in the world that have gone through something like this. And hopefully it'll give you the courage to walk away and start your life over. This is called Laying Down the Law. Sarah Jo was born in Boonville, just a dot on the county line. Her mama was a Southern Baptist, and her daddy did a little time. At 17, Jimmy gave her that ring and a baby on the way. So she walked down the aisle, but tears stained her face. Jimmy was the talk of Westport. He was trouble on the football team. Now he rides with a badge and a gun in a cruiser on Route 15. Jimmy's still making passes at the teenage girls in town. He's been known to drink on duty, slap Sarah Jo around. Tonight, she's laying down the law. She's gonna push his body up against the wall. There ain't no crime of passion when justice comes to call. Yeah, tonight, oh tonight, yeah, yeah, she's laying down the law. Sometimes things in the bedroom
dig a little deeper, 6 feet down. Ain't nobody living for miles around. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. I'm Taylor Dee. This is Shots Fired. God bless you guys.
All right, one more time for Taylor Dee and Shots Fired.
Thank y'all so much.
24 hours, y'all. Mics are bound to go out with a 24-hour
Right?
digithon. I mean, stuff happens, right? Please, please, please keep it going for these amazing artists. That is our show, but we are passing the mic to Danielle Gorgio, who is going to show you some fantastic dance moves. We just want to thank, though, everybody at Dallas Music Network for making this happen. We want to thank Beverly Perry, our pinch-hitting host. We want to thank Taylor Dee and Shots Fired. We want to thank Jose, the barefoot photographer, Camacho, for hanging out with us. We want to thank Grace Pettis for sharing her beautiful sounds with us. And we want to thank especially you at home. Please don't forget to check out all of these amazing artists online, to follow them, and especially to share whatever funds and love you have with the Dallas Digithon as we strive to support artists in this difficult time. We at Dallas Music Network will be back next week for another fantastic show for you. Stay safe, wear a mask, wash your hands. We love you, and we will see you right back here at 8 p.m. next Saturday. Have a wonderful night. Do you want me to say things? We may go dark for 5 seconds. Do you want me to thank our sponsors?
I'm sorry, there's no more wireless frequencies. You can look yourself. It says full.
I don't know what happened.
Neither of them work right now. These are in the 600 band, and the 5G that's coming out the internet operates in a 600 band. Yeah.
Stuff happens.
chill down your spine is not the chill down your spine is not an illusion. You're drifting deep into a spooky confusion. What a curious circumstance. I'm a ghost. Here's my ghost dance. When it's late and you know you should be in bed, but you'd rather be on the internets with the undead. It's crazy how nature be sometimes.
show, Bippy Bobby Boo 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 show.
Oh, so you wanted something scary but funny, but scary but funny, but scary. So step inside.
Oh, so you wanted something easy and sleazy and queasy and greasy and teasy. Well, we don't mind.
When it's late and you know you should be in bed, but you'd rather be on the internet with the undead. It's crazy how nature be sometimes, but it do though. Then you're sitting there without a care at the Bippy Bobby Boo show. Then you're sitting there without a care at the Bippy Bobby Boo show. And you're sitting there without a care at the Bippy Bobby Boo show. Bippy Bobby Boo
You're watching the Bippy Bobby Boo Show 2020 call-in special. Tonight on the show, comedian Benito Camelo, movie star Harry Caramel, song stylings from the scintillating Babette Stevens and Lilith Jr., sideshow antics of Ordinary Bill, the devastating talents of Charlatan, the endless entertainer Ariella Thompson, the Lucky Roulette Dancers, the high-flying Boo Band, and your host, Bippy Bobby.
And a one, and a two, and a one, a two, a three. Oh, hold on, ladies. Nick, are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. It's just we're allowed to do a thing with dancing and singing and our lyrics and music and stuff. You know, whole musical number. So
I just wanted to check how things were going. Do you think this holds 1 million boos?
1 million boos? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The folks at home are going to send in their jokes, though, using text messages, so I think we might get some, you know.
Oh, okay. That's good. You're great, Bippy.
I know.
That's another one of those hints.
Oh, man, this is ridiculous. All right, well, we used up all of our dancing, singing, happy-go-lucky time. I'm sorry, ladies. We'll have to wait till next year to do this song. I apologize. You know, business is business, right? Unfortunately, folks, due to unforeseen circumstances, the show must go on. Hey! All right, up next, we have the wonderful voice of Babette Stevens, sure to cure what ails you. As long as what ails you is limited to being down in the dumps. You know what I'm saying? Now, ladies and gentlemen, with one of her creepy covers, I give you a Babette Stevens.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy, and there's no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, sing a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll be following you.
Who helps the little pumpkins cross the road safely? The crossing guard.
The Leaning Tower of Pisa is actually straight. The world is crooked.
Unprecedented. Unprecedented. On nuts.
Best part about protesting in 2020 is there's no lines for coffee and I get all my steps in.
Why don't mommies take vacations? Because they are afraid to unwind.
Apparently, as it turns out, laughter isn't the best medicine.
I enrolled in an art class.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I've got to learn how to draw the line somewhere.
Oh, jokes.
The fun thing about science is it's true, whether you believe it or not.
Keeping your emotions in check during a global pandemic. Did you stub your toe? Did your cat pee in your favorite shoes? Did someone you know and love die of a deadly virus that some people don't believe exists?
Hey.
Well, just cry about it. Cry when your heart is aching, cry even though it's breaking, since there are storms in the sky and you might die. Cry through your fear and sorrow, cry until it's tomorrow. You'll see the truth shining through for you. Don't confuse life with living. Hope is so unforgiving. When a tear may be near, it is clear that's the time. You must keep on crying, cry. What's the use of lying? If you're depressed, don't deny.
You know, Limber. Yeah. Why don't you join us? I mean, if you promise that you don't need a million boos every show, you can stay and perform every show with us.
Oh, that would be amazing! I never had a real home before.
Oh, no?
My parents kicked me out real young.
I can't
But I
imagine
can't
why.
believe you want me to be part of your show. Thank you so much, Bimmy Bobby. Thank you, ghost friends. Let me sing another song. Oh, thanks, music. Right on cue.
Our life is long.